All right, Zatima fans, similar to the video I did about the dinner table scene pertaining to Fatima's past and not liking how that conversation went, we are visiting the end of episode 17. No, 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 not the part about Tony and the barbershop robbery cliffhanger. I'm talking about a good chunk of the episode that pertains to Zach and Fatima in bed and having a discussion, mainly yet again, Fatima laying down the law, and Zach just has to roll over and take it. Now, a lot of fans applauded this scene because it was a beautiful scene. Zach and Fatima, the communication was open and yada yada. And I've listened to it thoroughly. I took all the notes I needed. And if you want to look at the full scene for context and then come back and listen to my commentary, this is for episode 17. Pretty much the back half of the episode when Zach and Fatima are in bed together. Make sure you take a moment to hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. And hit the bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel. So a brief recap of the scene. And as we go along, I'll point out the things I didn't necessarily like / agree with. So Fatima, and yeah, I'm skipping over the bit of Zach trying to, get frisky with Fatima because, he just got back from the hospital from seeing Jeremiah. But Fatima wants to ask a few questions, like that was a fake ass picture, but how did you know? And, Zach pretty much says like, well, you don't move like that. I mean, you move with integrity and purpose. And I mean, you'll leave a Negro in jail like you left me, but I know you well enough to know that you wouldn't go messing around with another guy behind my back. And I thought that was pretty cool. And later on in the conversation, Fatima's like, well, what's up? Again, you said you didn't blink, you didn't flinch. Yeah, well, the earrings at the top of your ear, you don't wear those anymore. And plus, those holes are closed. So that was another indication that the photo was, fake. And plus, I trust you. It's like, oh, you need to verify. Yeah, well, I verified it. Remember that, Fatima, how you used to need to verify things? So, yeah, that was a pretty, cute scene. Basically, Fatima was curious and Zach gave an honest answer. Yet again, showing maturity in that, instead of jumping to conclusions like some people, he trusts his woman, unlike, Fatima trusting Zach in the past. So, this is where, yet again, a beautiful moment is squandered because it just feels like Zach is taking the brunt of Fatima's demands. So she goes on to say, I love you with everything in me, Zach, and I'll let you know before I go out with someone else. And Zach's like, wait, what? Like you will really leave me? Zach, look, I can't see myself with anyone else, but, and this is the kicker, if you don't get your shit together, I will leave you. Basically throwing down the gauntlet. And oh man, and Zach goes on, well, I don't want to lose you, and then she just kicks him under, below the belt. Well, you've come close several times. Oh, is this in reference to all the times Fatima has chosen to leave? You know what, I'm leaving, Zach, I'm gone, fine. And it's like, well, leave, go away. And she's like, well, do you promise to be calm? And it's like, yeah, I will. And then she says it, I don't want my kids around this. And I love you, Zach. You're a good man. You're not perfect, but I'm good if we keep working towards what we need to. And I'm like, really? And I'm just like, you spend all this time basically saying, hey, I'm going to let you know before I leave you, but if you don't get your stuff together, and I mean, okay, promise to be calm. All right. And this leads into something coming up here. So when Zach decides to flip the script and talk about some of her issues, wait, my issues? I mean, I know I'm not perfect, but what issues you got with me? And Zach only got like a couple things. Well, can you admit you fly off sometimes? I've gotten better. Now, I think I've forgotten the timetable here, but here we go. Zach tore up Belinda's apartment. Later on that same day, Fatima tore up Deja's, half of the duplex, then took that baseball bat and started wailing on the car. And then Zach went out and beat up his brother. The next morning, he gets arrested for murder. All right. Then the whole day, it's like, hey, how we get Zach out? We don't know. Later that same day, that's when Fatima finds out Jeremiah's still alive. So Zach has to stay in jail that night. All right. So that's one day from when Fatima tore up the place. Then the next morning comes. Fatima doesn't get Zach out of jail. She's going to wait, let him learn a lesson. Bryce, Judge Simon, and Nathan get him out. All right. Then that same night, that's when Zach comes back, finds Leslie and Malachi. Then, they had that crazy dinner. Zach goes to see his brother, comes back, and that's when this scene takes place. So basically, Fatima's crash out was like 48 hours ago. And her flying off the handle, but she's gotten better. She tells Zach, I don't want our kids around this. Basically, you need to stay calm. Yet, 48 hours ago, she tore up Deja's apartment and got a baseball bat and started wailing on someone's car. She doesn't want their kid around it, the kid that's inside of her right now, yet she crashed out. But Zach is the one that needs to do some work. Zach is the one that needs to stay calm. Zach is the one that needs to get his shit together, or she's going to see someone else. Right, it's all Zach. Well, Jeremy, she said, if, we keep working towards what we need to, that's essentially Zach following Fatima's game plan. There is no we in this. It's only we. Fatima gives Zach the delusion of there being a unit. There used to be a team here, but it's not. It's all by Fatima's playbook, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Now, from there, it's jumping to conclusions, which I don't do it anymore. You're insecure, but she's gotten better in some areas, but I just don't. The part I really didn't like was that she's going to call out Zach for needing to stay calm, yet she crashed out. Like, we're just forgetting about tearing up Deja's place not even 2 days ago, but it's Zach that needs to be better. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, but because Fatima wasn't on camera for whatever reason, literally it was apartment full of people at a party. Nobody took out their phone to see Fatima tear the place up. But because Zach's video is all over the place, he has to do better. And I'm just sitting here like, really? Really? So, y'all can say Zach and Fatima relationship goals all you want. At this point, Zach and Fatima have gotten to be like Will and Jada, Martin and Gina. Like, growing up in the 90s or 2000s. Yo, black love, Will and Jada, Martin, Gina. But as an adult, you look at, especially Will and Jada in recent times. But in terms like Martin and Gina, when you go back and look at that relationship, it was just toxic as hell. So, hey, if that's y'all's relationship goals, Zach and Fatima, as they currently are, you can have it. Because love ain't perfect, but dang, what is it? Love ain't perfect, we still working. But like I said, it's all Fatima's playbook. So, if you love this, what's that saying? Hey, if you like this scene, I love it. But I certainly did not. It's just yet again a prime example of Fatima calling the shots. Because what if Zach said, well, Deja told me about how you did some stuff over at her half of the duplex. So, baby, you need to calm down, or, I might, I'll let you know before I see somebody else. Imagine if Zach said that to Fatima. Can you imagine the death glare she would give him? I'm going to leave it at that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.